Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be renovating the starter house, which is one of the most hated houses for no reason. It was made in 2016, which kind of explains why they use some of the outdated items. So I don't think it deserves some hate, but it can be improved, honestly. We need an updated starter house, so I'm going to be doing that today. And I'm not going to make it too expensive because that kind of ruins the point of a starter house. So before we get into that, I'm going to be hosting a funeral for my headphones. These pair of headphones lasted me 4 years, and it's so sad to see them die. I mean, true, they only costed me like $5, but like, still. This is gonna be my first time building without having a plan. I'm honestly really scared to see how this is gonna look like. I just hope it's not gonna be ugly. So before we get into the building, I have to judge this house and see what's wrong with it. So starting from the beginning, I really like the pathway leading up to the house. And the plants, it can use a little bit more work. But I'm not gonna make it too expensive or too crowded with plants because it's a starter house. And when we go inside, I love the layout of this house. So I'm not gonna be changing that, but I'm gonna be changing all the items and maybe the way they're arranged, the colors, and all that type of stuff. And I also really like the bedroom, honestly. This house should not be getting as many complaints as it does. Except for the bathroom. I mean, what's going on? Like, if you're sitting here on the toilet, how are you supposed to reach the toilet paper? Like, what were you thinking, Cooptus? Oh, look at my character. It looks sad. Is it your moods? I gotta fix my moods real quick. Honestly, there's not that much that needs to be fixing with this house. It's mostly just the exterior, which, I mean, it sucks. Just look at this. This build broke all my rules for building a house. Like, first of all, look at how long this wall is. It's like 8 blocks. Same thing with the backside over here. And the colors too, it's so depressing. Like, who uses brown, yellow, and green? Like, where's the sense in that? If you live in a house in real life, which is brown, green, and yellow, I think you should move out. Alright, so now we gotta fix up this house, and I don't have a plan for this, as I said before, so I really don't know what I'm gonna do. First, I'm gonna delete these ugly plants. What I really want to change about this build is the outside of it, because it looks really ugly from the outside. The interior itself is fine, but like, the outside sucks. And the windows suck too, like, come on. I don't think they had the newer windows back then, so kind of makes sense. Okay, this is already starting to look different. I'm gonna place the toilet paper where it's supposed to be. There we go. Come on. Was it really hard to do that, Cooptus? So you can see what I really changed about this house by looking at the roof and the walls. So I kind of made it smaller from the sides, but I also made it larger from the front because I want to give it more shapes instead of it being a straight wall, because that's ugly. Now I'm gonna delete this ugly roof. Should stop roasting this house. It's actually kind of good. So here's the new exterior design for this. I actually like this way more than the old one, and I just gotta add a front porch and make a better path. Oh yeah, I also gotta pick out what windows I'm gonna use. I feel like using the new ones they added a few updates ago because I've never used them before. They actually look pretty good. Now I really don't know if a porch is necessary, but like, I really want one. And I'm even going to include some little steps leading up to it because I think that looks really nice. I mean, I kind of made it look really ugly. So far, I really like how this exterior is starting to look. It's definitely an updated improvement since the old one. And I'm going to place a bunch of pillars at the corners of this house because it makes everything look better. This is my first time using these windows, and honestly, I really like how they look. So instead of using this yellow texture, I'm going to try to use the sweet colored brick texture because, well, it looks like a better version of the old version, and it just looks... Okay, I really suck at explaining what I'm trying to say, but basically it just looks like an updated version of the old texture because I want to keep some of the old stuff of the starter house, so it's not completely different. The style I'm using right now is heavily inspired by one of my friends by the name of Faulty. You should check him out if you want to. I'm gonna keep this old door because it gives me a starter house vibe. I'm so glad they added wall trims into this game. Back then they weren't a thing and everybody would just use fences instead of them and try to like recreate them. Like, let me just show you what everybody used to do back in the day. So we'd like place a wall down, and instead of using wall trims, we just used to get this ugly minor stone wall and place it at the bottom of each wall. Yeah, it looks really ugly. These wall trims were a game changer for everybody. This color scheme really reminds me of the original starter house, even though I really don't like it that much. So far, this is going quite well, honestly. I didn't expect it to look so similar to the starter house, but like better, if you know what I'm trying to say. So I think the exterior is pretty much done, and I should just move on to decorating the exterior, and then I can work on the interior. To be honest, this is one of my new favorite trees in the game. I've never really seen it being used, and honestly, I've never used it in the past either. I could give the ceiling a white color and just make it look smooth, or what I'm gonna do is make it look a little bit old by using a gray color color. And what's it called? It's concrete. Yeah. Did I just hear someone knocking on my door? I don't know what that was. Yeah, so as I said before, I'm gonna make this look a little bit old and rusty because it's a starter house and I don't want it to lose that vibe. Okay, this white border is starting to trigger me, but if I delete it, then the porch kind of gets messed up. So what am I supposed to do? I could just use a flat roof, but I don't like how it looks because it's a flat roof. Too flat. Okay, fine. I'll just keep this old roof here. In the original starter house, they didn't have a fence around the house, which honestly looks kind of weird because everybody nowadays uses fences. Honestly, I'm really not sure if fences existed back then. And that would explain a lot. Okay, this fence I made really looks ugly. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I want to include a backyard to this place. Yeah, I'm adding a backyard. I don't know how big it's going to be, but I can't make it too big because, well, that's going to be really expensive. Now this looks a lot better, but I don't think there's enough lighting for the exterior. I don't think Bloxburg has enough lighting because I've always been using the same type of light for like the past year. So I believe they should make a lighting update because I'd appreciate it. We keep on getting new lamps and chandeliers, but it's never anything for the outdoors. They even added this really cool light called the motion sensing floodlight, but the problem is with it, it only turns on when there's somebody in front of it, which annoys me so much because the light itself looks so nice. It's somehow turned on right now, but I'm not even in front of it. I think it's broken right now. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're a starter player, you can like click on your trash and like move yourself. So if you're in front of the build, yeah, you can just do that. Just throw yourself away. I just noticed this house kind of has some warm lighting to it already. What if I change it all to linen? Oh yes, I love linen. Just makes everything look so good. I don't think this house had a doorbell. Yeah, that would be really weird. So now I think it's time to fix up the interior of this house. First of all, this kitchen really gotta get fixed. I actually really like how much bigger it got. I feel like it actually adds some room to do some stuff in it. First, gonna add a little island using the quadratic desk. You might have seen this in a previous video because it's amazing. But I don't think there's enough room for it, honestly. Okay, I'll deal with that later. Now, the dining room, I'm just gonna have one here on the side. I just took a break to get some food, and so far this house only costs 14k, which is double the actual starter house, but so far it's honestly quite a good price, especially considering how much we added already with the whole gardening and fences and stuff. Right, so first I'm gonna fix up the bathroom, and I don't know why the toilet paper is all the way up here. So since this is a 2x3 bathroom, I'm gonna be going with a bathroom style I used to use a long time ago, which is where you have a wall and you place a window in the middle, and then on the other side you place a bathtub, just like this. Then you can have some blinds just in case anybody walks in. And of course, I have to place pillars at the corner of everything because, well, it looks really nice. I really don't like how this brown looks like. It's kind of cozy, but at the same time, it's ugly. This wouldn't be an Anix house if I didn't make the floor linen, because linen is the best color. And nothing's ever gonna change my opinion. Okay, I just want to look at the interior real quick. Oh, look at me, I'm stinky. Let's just take a quick shower in the new bathtub. Apparently chilling in a bathtub with a suit on makes your hygiene go up. These old books are so ugly. Like, I love the new ones they added, like these ones, because you can customize the colors of it. I love how this one says quantum chromodynamics. Okay, that's some big boy words. I wonder if these books have like an Easter egg to whatever they're saying. C++, that's a programming language. So I'll be replacing all the books with the new ones because it looks quite a lot better, especially when you change its color. And this poster can become a decal. Let's use the new decal, which is a square. I've always forgotten about it. I think I'm gonna work on the interior of this house room by room. And first, I'll start off with the bedroom over here. Okay, this bookshelf has to go. What should I replace it with? I guess I'll just use the empty bookshelf, then I can fill it up with decorations myself. And I can use the new nightstands in this game. Before I do anything, I need to include some wall trims because, well, it makes everything look better, just like the pillars. I really love wall trims. They just made everything look like 10 times prettier. It really gives the wall more shape to it. I really don't know what color scheme to pick. I want to go for something pretty basic so it still keeps the starter house vibe, but I also want it to look nice. So I guess I can use oyster. I did call oyster a depressing color before, which I don't take back, but I mean, it kind of matches the starter house vibes. This is going to be my first time using the new lamp. It honestly works really well. I should use this more often. The light already has warm lighting because it's linen. That explains why it looks so good. Wow, this color scheme is low-key kind of depressing, but it matches the starter house vibes as I said before. Because I don't want to use something that's too poppy or pastel. Actually, wait, no, I'm not going to say pastel. I'm going to say pastel to annoy everybody. Now it's time to fill up this bookshelf. Well, I think I finished decorating this bedroom. I just got to fix up the colors of everything. It has a very cozy vibe to it. It's really realistic, and I really do like that. Honestly, this flint color is too depressing. I'm just gonna change it to like this color. Kind of works, honestly. And here's the final product for this room. I'm gonna be using this style throughout the rest of this build because I really like how it looks in my opinion, and I think it'll really match the starter house type vibe. I'm gonna be using some neutral colors for the color scheme, which is gonna be oyster and probably white or gray, so it should look pretty nice. Oh wait, I just noticed this light isn't even linen. How dare you? These new sofas look like the upgraded version of the old ones. I really love how they look. I can even use an armchair one. This is such a crappy TV. Gotta replace it. Now what table am I gonna use? I'm feeling this log console table because it gives me some luxury vibes in a way. Oh, that's a big TV. Surprisingly, it might be a little too big, so I'm just gonna go with this older one. And this carpet has got to go. Honestly, rectangular carpets don't really work, so I'm gonna bring this back. I just noticed I've forgotten about the bathroom, so I'm gonna quickly finish that up. But at the same time, there's like literally no lighting to use for bathrooms. I guess I'll just go with this basic lighting. Alright, I just noticed this industrial console table looks way better than the other one. So I'm just gonna switch this up. Then I can place this console table behind the couch. Okay, then you can barely move to the door though. How am I gonna fix this? It's a weird little problem. Could just move the sofa forward. Yeah, I think that'll work. Now for the lighting, I think I'm gonna be using a fan. I really don't know if I like this living room. It feels a little too crowded, especially on the outside areas. So I guess I'm gonna delete this console table and move the sofa back a little. And then I can include one of the new coffee tables. Then I also feel like there's too little room to go into the living room, but I guess I'm just gonna ignore that because I really like this armchair. I'm gonna replace this bookshelf with a new one, but I also really like how there's a little lamp on the top. I feel like it has a very starter house vibe because we're so used to it. I'm gonna make sure I keep it somewhere. Can I place it on top of here? I feel like that's gonna touch the ceiling. Yep. What if I place it on the top shelf? That's not gonna work. Okay, then never mind. We're not gonna be using the lamp. I'll just place a new type of light instead. I'm honestly really close to finishing this build. I've just got a couple more stuff to do, like the kitchen and little dining table over here. So I'm gonna be using the new dining table they added if I can find it. Where is this dining table? Oh, is this it? Thought it's gonna be smaller. Okay, fine, then I'll just stick to the same exact table. I'm gonna change the chairs, however. Look, here's my problem with this new update. Like, the chairs aren't locking to the tables like they're supposed to. Like, unless I place my cursor on a wall, then they're not gonna lock. Just look at this. What is happening? I'll just have to tuck it in myself. I'm gonna keep the food bowl because it's so iconic to the starter house. And I'm gonna place some of the new utensils because I've yet to use them, if I can find them in the first place. I wonder what new lightings they've added to this game. I could go with this traditional chandelier. Yeah, that works perfectly. The devs did a really good job with this update. And now finally, the last thing I have to do is the kitchen. First of all, I'm gonna replace these counters because, well, just look at them. They suck. Instead, I'm gonna use the... what should I use? I think I'm just gonna be a little basic and use the shaker counters because they're cheap and this is, well, a starter house. I'm gonna keep the pizza because it's so iconic. Like, when do you ever see someone using the pizza box other than in the starter house? Never. That's exactly why I'm keeping it. And this sink needs to be updated with the kitchen sink. And of course, the island's got to be linen because linen is the best color ever. You can't change my mind. I just noticed I forgot this bookshelf. I'm just gonna steal some of the books from here and place them because I'm way too lazy to color them myself. Instead of having a lamp on the top, I'm just gonna have a candle. Why is it so bright? Okay, never mind. I'm removing this candle. It's way too bright. What if I use the light box? Okay, this is already feeling a little too bright too. Actually, it kind of works. Can even have a cute little plant beside it. And there we go. The lamp just got replaced with a new light source. So I'm technically still keeping that unique feature about the starter house. It's really not unique. It's just a lamp, honestly. I'm pretty sure I'm finished with this build. I think I'm just gonna add a little few minor details to the outside and maybe a few little decorations to the inside. Then I'm gonna be done. So I'm gonna be back in just a second with the tour. I'm now officially done with the starter house renovation. So if you remember, the price of the house, the starter house, was 7k and now it's 32k, which is still a very reasonable price for what you get. So let's just go through everything I've made so far. So quite a lot changed on the exterior. You've probably already seen the video, so I don't need to explain anything. So you would just come in here through the front and you can also go through the backyard over here, which I really love. And anyways, let's just go through the front like a normal person. So here's a little nice porch with some steps up to it and you just go in. And I've also decided to keep a pretty similar layout to the starter house itself, and I just used some of the updated items that released last update. So here's the dining table. I really love these new utensils. I also kept the food bowl because it's so iconic. Coming over here to the kitchen, I also decided to keep the pizza because I love it. It's so funny. Yeah, so it's now a little bit bigger because I also increased the exterior interior size from this side. And I also use some of the new items like the, what's this called? Whatever it is, it's the lighting. And it also has a small island, which I love making with these desks. Anyway, so that's the kitchen, still very cute and stuff. Coming over here to the living room, the thing I don't like about this is the fact that there's such little room between these two couches. It still looks really nice either way. And yeah, there's not much to say about this, except I removed the lamp and replaced it with this new box thing, whatever it is. And I also decided to add a backyard, and that's because I moved the dining table from here to here. And it's pretty basic, there's not much to it. If you were to rebuild this, you can add your own stuff here. So going back inside, let's check out the bathroom first. It's a pretty basic bathroom. I believe I made it quite a lot better. I even have the toilet paper where it's supposed to be. Before it was like across the wall, which is kind of dumb. And it has no windows just in case, so nobody can peek. Over here, the final destination in this house is the bedroom. And yeah, here's the bedroom. I've already showed you this. I mean, I added a decal, so that's the only difference. So yeah, that's my starter house renovation. I really like it. I like how I preserved quite a lot of the elements from the original and just added on to it. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Let me do /Eve wave. There we go. Bye. By the way, use store code Anix.